Here we are then at Quantock Brewery with brewmaster Rob Rainey. Nice to meet you again, Rob. We've met at Ludlow judging. Yep. As you can see on the camera, they've made us some fantastic t-shirts for today, where we're going to go into the brewery now in a moment, off to some of their fine pubs to see the cask beer being served at its best. We're going to see the bottles and all the processes that go on inside the brewery. So if you want to follow us in, and Rob will be able to explain everything that's going on inside. Here's Rob's wife Cheryl, busy in reception, eh? So what's going on here, Cheryl? What,
just had some orders for our award-winning bottles.
Oh right, yeah.
We've just got a customer from Weston-super-Mare is going to have our bottles, and she's going to do a special 3 for $5, including the stout and the Royal Stag. She's very interested in.
There's the stout, which I've reviewed on the channel, and the Royal Stag as well, which is fantastic. Got some nice gift boxes as well. Is it 2 different types of gift boxes you got there, Rob, or do you do a selection for when people?
We either do 3 bottles of beer in a gift box, or alternatively 2 bottles in a glass.
Okay.
So we've got a glass.
That's the one with the glass, and there's the Sunraker there, which we reviewed the other day.
So we do a mix of beers, basically.
Is that your whole range there on the wall?
That's the core range. We do a couple of other beers, but they tend to be more seasonal. But that is the core range, yeah.
So the UXB, that's your all-round beer? Now
yeah, I mean, the UXB we did as a one-off initially.
Right, okay.
Just to see how it went, and now we're going to add it to our core range.
Okay.
So, we sold it at farmers markets and it went down extremely well. So
sold out, did you?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, keep going back asking.
Carry on making it. Yeah. And I see here that in the background here on the wall, there's Cheryl, Rob, and who was that gentleman there?
That's Cheryl's dad.
Okay. And these are all the awards you've won.
So is that Ken?
Yeah, that's Ken. So you got a gold award for your stouts from Sibba.
Yeah, we won the gold award for the Baltic Stouts class, and then we won the gold award for all the bottom beers.
Okay. And then that was in 2010. You got the gold, and then in 2011 you got the bronze.
We got the bronze in the national competition.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's great. So,
and in fact, that bottle now is going forward to the International Beer Challenge.
Oh, great! Great. Well, very best of luck with that. Yeah. Very best of luck. So, this way to the brewers.
Yeah.
So, what we got here as we come in?
Right. Well, this is our dry area.
Okay. Yeah.
Where we store all the malt. We've got all the various types of malt here, and then we've got the hops over there.
Okay, fantastic. So you got all your stickers for
labels, yeah.
So you label in the brewery as well, do you?
We do everything by hand.
Right.
Yeah.
So the bottles come in empty.
Yep.
Brew the beer, and then you cap them, and then you put the labels on last, or do you put the labels on?
We bottle the beer, we cap it.
Yeah.
And then we leave it a couple of weeks or so to condition.
Okay.
Before we label it on.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So over here, I see we have the Mash Tuns. So
we'll see that later.
Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the Mash Tuns. This is an area where I'm going to pass over to Rob to explain the process at the moment. I'm not overly familiar with what's going on, so I'll hand you over to Rob.
Right, okay. We've got this is the hot liquor tank. So basically that contains all the water that's going to be used in the brewing process.
Okay.
So that heats up overnight to the required strike temperature that we need to get the correct temperature in the mash tun when we put the grain in.
Right.
So basically, the first thing we do when we get in is we put some of this water into the mash tun to get the temperature of the vessel.
Right.
To equalise everything. Having done that, we get the grain ready, we mix the grain, and then we load the grain into the mash tun.
Right.
Adding water from here as we do it, so that we want to end up with like a porridge consistency.
Right, I see.
So you can see.
Oh, have a look at this.
That's the mash. It's just finished. Actually.
Wow, that looks absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely full of grain and
Smells good.
Yeah,
it smells good as well.
Grain and water.
Can I ask what you're brewing today, Rob? What?
Quantock Ale.
This is the Quantock Ale. And is this one of your best sellers?
Yes, I mean Sunraker is our best seller.
Okay.
That's more than half our sales.
Yeah.
But no, ale is very popular as well.
Oh, there we go. There's some of the beers being... So is it an automatic process, Rob, that it fills up to a certain level and then it drains off into this little bucket here?
There's float switches in there that, it fills up to a certain level. It activates the float switch, which turns the pump on, which then transfers that across to the boiler. Once the level drops back down, there's another float switch that cuts the pump off.
Okay, great.
And what's the reason that we're transferring them?
Well, the liquor coming from, it's called the wort, coming from here is the mashing process has converted the starch in the grain to fermentable sugars. That's the purpose of that.
Okay.
So that wort coming off there now is basically a sugary solution.
Right, okay.
Which is going to go across into the boiler where we boil it up with the hops to give the bitterness.
Great. I've been to
That's the boiler one.
Wells and Young's Brewery, which is a great big brewery.
A bit bigger than this.
Massive brewery as well. Brain's 1875, very old brewery, but this seems to be very, very busy, very, very confusing. This is my first. I'm very excited to actually come here today because this is my first brewery tour in a proper family-run microbrewery, and I think it's important that this type of brewery sells to people who absolutely love real ale in a region where, how many you have? 3 employees? Do you Rob, or 4? Is it?
There's 4 of us.
There's 4 of us here, so it must be very important that everybody does their role. If somebody was to phone in sick, or if somebody was to not really do something right, it would really affect what goes on the one day, or does it drag on throughout the week if something was to go?
No, I mean the brewing process itself takes approximately 7 hours.
Right.
But
okay.
everything's got to be done.
Yes.
When it's got to be done, basically.
Yeah.
The beer dictates what you have to do. Everything stops with the beer.
Yeah. It does. So, okay. I think that's it for the moment. We'll come back when the next stage of the process is ready. What's the next stage of the process, Rob?
Well, once we get it into the boiler,
Yep.
what we do, as that's transferring across into the boiler, the elements in the boiler are switched on, so that by the time all that wort is transferred across, the liquor in there will be basically up to boiling and ready to throw the hops in.
Okay. So come back in a while. We'll put the videos together when it's all ready. Thanks for watching for a while. Cheers. Here's a quick look at the sparging process, where there's water coming from
the hot liquor tank.
Yep.
Into the sparge arm.
Okay.
Rotation around, and basically it's rinsing the sugars that held within the grain, rinsing them through into the boiler, so we capture all the sugars.
I see. I see. Okay. Well, there's that process there.
That'll carry on now for
an hour and a half. This goes on for. Fantastic. Okay. Cheers.